one more lovely thing that the hills might say. The hills are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years. The hills fill my heart with the sound of music. My heart wants to sing every song it hears. My heart wants to beat like the wings of the birds that rise from the lake to the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze, to laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over stones in its way, to sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound
I think we should be pleased with our efforts. Out of the 28 postulants, 16 or 17 are ready to enter the novitiate. Let's consider the doubtful ones again. There's Irmagard.
Reverend Mother, there is no doubt about Irmagard. Religious life is no place for the pious.
You mean the pretentiously pious, Skipper. There's Christina, and there's Maria.
Well, after last night, I think there should be no doubt in the Reverend Mother's mind about Maria.
I gave her my permission to leave the abbey for the day.
I told you, Sister Bertha.
Ave?
Reverend Mother, I brought Maria. She's waiting.
Sister Sophia, the mistress of the postulants and the mistress of the novices do not see eye to eye about Maria. How do you feel about her?
Well, I love her very dearly, but she always seems to be getting into trouble now, doesn't she?
Exactly what I say.
She climbs a tree and scrapes her knee. Her dress has got a tear. She waltzes on her way to mass and whistles on the stair. And underneath her wimple she has colors in her hair. I've even heard her singing in the abbey. She's always late for chapel, but her penitence is real. She's always late for everything except for every meal. I used to have to say it, but I very firmly feel Maria's not an asset to the abbey. I'd like to say a word in her behalf.
Say it, Sister Margareta.
Maria makes me laugh. How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and bring it down? How do you find a word that means Maria? A flippity-gibbet with a whistle clown. Anything you know you'd like to tell her. Many things she ought to understand. But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say? How do you keep believing on the sand? Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you hold a moonbeam in your hand? When I'm with her, I'm confused, out of focus and amused, and I never know exactly where I am. Unpredictable as weather, she's as flighty as a feather. She's a darling, she's a demon, she's a lamb. She'll outpester any pest, drive a hornet from his nest. She could throw a whirling dervish out of world. She is gentle, she is wild. She's a riddle, she's a child. She's a handy, she's an angel, she's a girl. How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down? How do you find a word that means Maria? A flippity-gibbet with a whistle clown. Many a thing you know you'd like to tell her. Many a thing she ought to understand. But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say? How do you keep the word on the sand? Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you hold a moonbeam in your hand?
I think I should talk to Maria instead of about her. I am grateful to you all. Come here, my child. Sit down. Maria, I want to talk to you.
Yes, Reverend Mother, about last night. I was on my knees most of the night because I was late. And after you've been so kind, giving me permission to leave.
It wasn't about your being late, Maria.
I must have awakened half the abbey before Sister Margareta heard me and opened the gate.
Very few of us were asleep. We could only think that you had lost your way. And to be lost at night? On that mountain?
Oh, Reverend Mother, I can never be lost on that mountain. That's my mountain. I was brought up on it. It was that mountain that brought me to you.
Oh?
When I was a little girl, I used to climb down that mountain, climb a tree, and look over into your garden. I'd see the sisters at work and hear them singing on the way to vespers. Then I'd climb back up that mountain, in the dark, singing all the way. And that brings up another transgression. I was singing yesterday, and I was singing without your permission.
It's only here in the Abbey that there's a rule about singing.
And that's the hardest rule of all for me. Sister Margareta is always reminding me, but too late, after I've started singing.
And the day you were singing in the garden, at the top of your voice,
But Mother, it's that kind of song.
I came to the window, and when you saw me, you stopped.
Yes, that's been in my mind ever since it happened.
It's been on my mind too. I wish you hadn't stopped. I used to sing that song when I was a child, and I can't quite remember. Please.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodle, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
When the dog bites,
When the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so
Mother, we were singing at the top of our voices.
You're right. It's that kind of a
And
song.
it always makes me feel better. Mother, where did you learn it?
I was brought up on the mountain myself. Maria, in spite of what you saw over the Abbey wall, you weren't prepared for the way we live, were you?
No, but I pray and I try.
Tell me, Maria, what's the most important lesson you've learned here?
To find what is the will of God and to do it,
Even if it's hard to accept?
even then.
Maria, the dress you wore when you came to us, is that still in the robing room?
Why, no, Mother. I'm sure it's been given to the poor. Sister Margareta says that when you enter the Abbey, our worldly clothes. Reverend Mother, why do you ask?
It seems to be the will of God that you leave us.
Leave? Leave here? Oh, no, Mother, please.
For a while only, Maria.
Don't send me away. This is what I want. This is my life.
But are you ready for it? Perhaps if you go out into the world again for a time, you will return to us knowing what we expect of you, and that we do expect it.
But I know what you expect, and I will do it, I promise.
Maria,
If it is God's will. Where am I to go?
there's a family of 7 children. You like children, you're very good with them. They need a governess until September.
Until September?
Captain Von Trapp expects you this afternoon. He's a fine man and a brave one. He was given the Maria Theresa Medal by the Emperor. It was for heroism in the Adriatic.
A captain in the Navy? Oh, Mother, he'll be very strict.
You're not being sent to his battleship, Maria. God bless you, my daughter.
Reverend Mother, do I have permission to sing?
Yes, my child.
These are a few of my favorite things. Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. In your
Yes, sir. I was calling the housekeeper and she didn't answer. Do you know why?
Sometimes she isn't here, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. I was answering the telephone. Good day, sir. We're happy to have you home.
Why did the last governess leave?
Who knows? She just said, I've had enough of this, and walked out.
Why, was Louisa playing her tricks again? Putting toads in her bed?
She didn't complain of that, sir.
Well, there's another one coming today, and this one can't walk out.
Oh?
She's coming from Naumburg Abbey with orders to stay until September.
I hope you'll be at home for a time, sir.
Only until tomorrow. The telephone call, was it for me?
No, sir. It was for Franz. Before you arrived, there was a call from Vienna, a Frau Schrader. I have the number in the pantry.
I know the number. Oh, in about a month I'll be returning with some guests.
Yes, sir. Do you know how many, sir?
Just 2, Herr Detweiler
Detweiler.
and Frau Schrader.
Who wanted me on the telephone?
It was the post office. They have a telegram for you. It will be delivered at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. It gives me 5 hours to be nervous.
Well, with that scatterbrained boy delivering telegrams.
That's one thing people are saying. If the Germans did take over Austria, at least we'd have efficiency.
Do not let the captain hear you say that. He never whistled for us when his wife was alive.
He's being the captain of a ship again.
I can't bear being whistled for. It's humiliating.
In the Imperial Navy, the bosun always whistled for us.
Well, I wasn't in the Imperial Navy.
Too bad. You could have made a fortune. We'll wait here.
I'm Captain Von Trapp, and you are Fraulein.
Maria Rayner.
Now, Fraulein, as to your duties here, would you mind stepping over there? Before you meet the children, you will put on another dress.
but I haven't any other dress. When we enter the abbey, our worldly clothes are given to the poor.
What about this one?
The poor didn't want this one.
Is this what you would consider a worldly dress?
It belonged to our last postulant. I would have made myself a dress, but I wasn't given time. I can make my own clothes.
Good. I'll see that you are given some materials. Today, if possible. Now, as to your duties here, you are in charge of my children. There are 7 of them. You will see how far they have progressed in their studies and carry on from there. Each morning will be spent in the classroom. Each afternoon, they march. At all times, you will see that they conduct themselves with decorum and orderliness. The first rule in this house is discipline.
Yes, sir.
This is your new Fraulein, Fraulein Maria. As I sound your signal, you will step forward and repeat your name. Fraulein, you will listen to them and memorize them so that you may call them when you want them.
Liesel.
Friedrich.
Louisa.
Kurt.
Brigitte.
Marta. Gretel.
I won't have to whistle for them, Reverend. Captain, what I mean is, I'll be with them all the time.
Not on all occasions. This is a large house and a large estate. They've been taught only to come when they hear their signal. Now, when I want you, this is what you'll hear.
You won't have to trouble, sir. I could never answer to a whistle.
That's nonsense. Everyone can answer to a whistle. Here, I'll show you.
Yes, sir.
This is my orderly, my butler, Fraulein Maria.
Yes, sir.
This is my executive officer, my housekeeper, Fraulein Maria. Please see that her room is ready.
Yes, sir.
I will leave you with the children now. You are in command.
Excuse me, sir, but I don't know how to address you.
You will call me Captain.
Thank you, Captain. I forgot to return this whistle, Captain. I won't be needing it, Captain. Well, now that it's just us, would you tell me your names again and how old you are? Now you're...
I'm Liesel, I'm 16, and I do not need a governess.
Glad you told me. We'll just be friends.
I'm Friedrich. I'm 14. I'm a boy.
A boy? Why, you're almost a man.
I'm Brigitte.
You didn't tell me how old you are, Louisa.
I'm Brigitte. She's Louisa, and she's 13 years old, and you're smart. I'm 9, and I think your dress is the ugliest one I ever saw.
Brigitte, you mustn't say a thing like that.
Why not? Don't you think it's ugly?
If I did think so, I wouldn't say so. I'm Kurt. I'm 11. Almost.
That's a nice age to be. 11 almost.
I'm Marta, and I'm going to be 7 on Tuesday, and I want a pink parasol.
Pink is my favorite color, too. And you must be Gretel. I have to tell you something. I've never been a governess before. How do I start?
You mean you've never been a governess before?
No.
Well, the first thing you need to do is tell Father to mind his own business.
No, Louisa, don't. I like her.
What's in here?
My guitar.
What did you bring this for?
For when we all sing together.
We don't sing.
Well, of course you sing. Everybody sings. What songs do you know?
We don't know any songs.
You don't?
No.
Well, now I know where to start. I'm going to teach you how to sing. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with
A, B, C.
When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi.
listen, I'll make it easier.
Doe, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden song. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. Long, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That's what brings us back to dough. Oh, 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 dough! A deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden song. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. Long, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to dough. A deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. Long, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That's what bring us back to dough. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So dough.
So is that what you call a song? Do, re, mi, fa, so, and so on?
No. Do, re, mi, fa, so, and so on are only the tools we use to build a song. Once we have these notes in our head, we can sing a million different tunes
How?
by mixing it up, like this. So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re. Now you try.
So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re.
So, do, la, ti, do, re, do.
So, do, la, ti, do, re, do.
Now, all together.
So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re. So, do, la, ti, do, re, do.
But it doesn't mean anything. So we put in words. One word for every note. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything.
You said one word for every note?
Yes, Brigida, I did.
But when you sing anything, you are using up 3 notes on one word.
Well, sometimes we do that. Okay, all together. All the notes to sing. You can sing most anything. Do, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a song. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long way to run. So, golden thread. Love to the soul. Tea, a drink with jam and bread. That's what bring us
Liesel,
Yes?
you don't have to say goodnight this early just because your father's home.
How did you know my father was home?
Oh, I have a way of knowing things.
You're wonderful.
I'm not really.
Oh, yes, you are. How did you know that just 2 nights ago that you would be here with a telegram for Franz?
Every year on this date he gets a birthday telegram from his sister.
You see, you are wonderful.
Can I come again tomorrow night?
Rolf, you can't be sure you're going to have a telegram to deliver here tomorrow night.
I could come here by mistake with a telegram from Colonel Schneider. He's here from Berlin. He's staying with the Gauleiter. But nobody's supposed to know that he's here. Don't you tell your father.
Why not?
Well, your father's pretty Austrian.
We're all Austrian.
Some people think we ought to be German. They're getting pretty mad at those who don't think so. They're getting ready to, well, let's just hope your father doesn't get into any trouble.
Oh, don't worry about father. He was decorated for bravery.
I know. I don't worry about him. The only one I worry about is his daughter.
Me? Why?
How old are you, Liesel?
16. What's wrong with that?
You wait, little girl, on an empty stage, for fate to turn the light on. Your life, little girl, is an empty page that men will want to write on. To write on. You are 16, going on 17, baby, it's time to better beware, be canny and careful, baby, you're on the brink. You are 16, going on 17, fellows will fall in line. Eager young lads and roues and cats will offer you food and wine. Totally unprepared are you to face the world of men. Timid and shy and scared are you of things beyond your ken. You need someone older and wiser telling you what to do. I am 17, going on 18. I'll take care of you.
I am 16.
Maria, it's Frau Schmidt.
I'm getting ready for bed.
The captain is going to Vienna tomorrow. I have the material he ordered for a dress for you.
Oh, how nice of him. Even before it's made, this is the prettiest dress I've ever seen. I hope the captain will like it, because I'm going to ask for some more material.
More?
Oh, not for me, for the children. For play clothes.
The Von Trapp children never play. The captain doesn't like them to get dirty.
But they're children. They have to climb trees, roll in the
The
grass.
captain says the best exercise for the children is to march. The children will continue to march. I hope you find your room comfortable.
Yes, thank you.
There'll be new curtains for the window in the alcove. They'll be hung tomorrow.
But these curtains are very good.
There will be new curtains.
Will the captain be away very long?
I don't know. Of course, he has to come home every time he hires a new governess. Sometimes I think the children get rid of their governesses just so they can see their father again.
He must miss them too.
Not since his wife died. They remind him too much of her. You can put that away. You won't be needing it.
Why not?
The captain won't have music here.
He won't have music?
He used to love music. There were wonderful evenings where he would sing and his wife would play violin and guitar, but he shut all of that out of his life.
So that's why he's the way he is. But not to have music, that's wrong for him and wrong for the children too.
Don't worry, it will work itself out. The captain may marry again before the summer is over.
Well, that would change everything. They'd have a mother again.
You should close your window. It is going to rain.
Dear God, I know now that you have sent me here on a mission. I must help these children to love their new mother and prepare them to win her love so that she'll never want to leave them. I pray that this will become a happy family in thy sight. God bless the captain, Liesel Friedrich, Brigitte, Marta, Louisa, and Gretel. And oh, what's the other boy's name? Well, God bless what's his name. God bless the Reverend Mother, Sister Margareta, and everybody at the Naumburg Abbey. And now, dear God, about Liesel. Help her to know that I'm her friend and help her to tell me what she's been up to.
You aren't going to tell on me, are you?
Help me to be understanding so they may guide her footsteps. I pray in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
I was out taking a walk and they closed the gates earlier than usual. And so when I saw your window open, you aren't going to tell Father, are you?
Did you climb that trellis to get up here?
We used to do that all the time to play tricks on the governesses. Louisa can climb it with the toad in her hand.
Liesel, were you out walking all by yourself?
No.
You know, if we wash this dress out tomorrow, no one will notice it. If we wash it out tonight. And you could put this on. Here, take it in there to soak. Then come back out here and we'll have a little talk.
Maria, today I told you that I didn't need a governess. Well, maybe I do.
Oh, it's you. Gretel, are you afraid? You're not afraid of a thunderstorm, are you? Will you just sit right here with me? Where are the others?
They're asleep. They're not scared.
Oh no? Look. Come all of you up on the bed. Now all we have to do is wait for the boys.
We won't see them. Boys are brave.
You boys weren't frightened too, were you?
Oh, no. We just wanted to be sure that you weren't.
Friedrich, was this your idea?
Oh, no, it was Kurt's.
Kurt! That's it. That's the one I left out. God bless Kurt.
Why does it do that?
Well, the lightning says something to the thunder, and the thunder answers back.
Well, I wish it wouldn't answer so loud.
Maybe if we all sing loud enough, we won't hear the thunder. High on a hill was a lonely goat herd, lay-hee-oodle-lay-hee-oodle-lay-hee-oo. Loud was the voice of the lonely goat herd, lay-hee-oodle-lay-hee-oodle-loo. Folks in a town that was quite remote heard, lay-hee-oodle-lay-hee-oodle-lay-hee-oo. Lusty and clear from the goat herd's throat heard, lay-hee-oodle-lay-hee-oodle-loo. Ah, lady,
with the low toot toot. Lecky odaloo. Men in the midst of a table don't hurt. Lecky odaloo. Men drinking beer with the foam afloat. Lecky odaloo. Oh, lady odalee, little girl in the pale pink coat heard lecky odaloo. She yodelled back to the lonely goat heard lecky odaloo. Soon her mama with the gleaming gloat heard lecky odaloo. What's a duet for a girl and goat heard lecky odaloo. Oh, lady odalee, oh, lady odalee, oh, lady odalee, oh, lady odalee, oh, happy are they, lady oh, lady oh, lady oh, lady. Soon the duet will become a trio, lady odaloo, odaloo. One little girl in a pale pink coat heard. She yodelled back to the lonely goat heard. Soon her mama with a gleaming gloat heard. Lecky odaloo. What's a duet for a girl and goat heard. Lecky odaloo. Soon the duets will become a trio. Lady odaloo, odaloo.
Does Herr Detweiler know we're having coffee out here?
Yes, sir. Herr Detweiler is still on telephone.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Any sign of the children, Franz?
None yet, sir.
Oh, Georg, these mountains, they're magnificent.
Yes. They're not like any other mountains. They're friendly. You see that green stretch of the woods over there? When the wind moves through it, it's like a restless sea.
And that sweet little village.
It's not a village. It's a town.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt its feelings.
It's fun being with you. You're quite an experience for me.
You're quite an experience for me, too. In you, there's a fascinating man. Occasionally I catch a glimpse of him. And when I do, he's exciting.
Exciting? I've never been called exciting before.
You know, I'm beginning to understand you better now that I see you here. You know, you're a little like those mountains, except you keep moving.
How can you be away from this place as much as you are?
Maybe I've just been looking for a reason to come back here to stay.
Georg, I like it here very much.
Max can't still be on the telephone. I know he's desperate about getting singers for the Cultbook Festival, but you like it here.
Well, we'd have to spend some time in Vienna. I have Heinrich's estate to look after.
I thought that was a corporation now.
It is, and I'm president.
You, president of a corporation?
Well, after all, I managed Heinrich's estate for years before he died.
I just can't see you sitting behind a desk.
Well, of course I wear a business suit and smoke a big cigar.
Excuse me, Captain. Herr Detweiler would like his coffee now.
While he's telephoning,
He's just finished.
I'm sorry I took so long.
any luck?
How'd you like this for the Carlsberg Festival? The greatest mixed quartet in Europe, the finest choral group in Austria, and the best soprano in the world.
Oh, Max, that's something I'd love to hear.
So would I. All I've got now is a basso who isn't even profundo.
Oh, Max, you always come up with the best festival concert.
And why? Because my motto is, never start out looking for the people you wind up getting. That's why I've been telephoning Paris, Rome, Stockholm, London.
On Georg's telephone?
How else could I afford it? Why am I up here?
I hoped it was because you liked me.
Of course I like you. Why wouldn't I like you? You live like a king. You have an excellent wine cellar.
Max.
I like rich people. I like the way they live. And I like the way I live with them. Speaking as a government official, Georg, is there a cathedral around here?
Our abbey, Nonberg Abbey.
Do they have a choir?
A beautiful one.
Good. In the next few days, I'll have to visit all these little towns and listen to their choirs, zangerbooms, quartets.
Oh, you'll be here for meals, won't you?
Oh, yes. There's a town just about that size, Wasman, where I discovered the St. Ignatius Boys Choir. In 1930, they won the festival, became very famous, toured all over the world.
Oh, really? And where are they now?
By the time their voices changed, they were rich enough to live in America. Who lives in that dilapidated little castle down there? Miss Wilskin?
Baron Elberfeld, the oldest family in the valley.
I'd love to meet them. I'd love to meet all your friends. Georg, you should have a dinner for me while I'm here. Nothing too large, just something lavish.
I wouldn't know whom to invite. Today it's hard to tell who's a friend and who's an enemy.
Now is not a time to make enemies. Let's make some friends.
I can't imagine what's happened to the children.
You aren't worried about them, are you?
They should have been here to greet you.
Well, it couldn't have been an intentional slight, seeing as they haven't met me yet.
Forgive me, I'll try to find them.
Elsa, have you made up Georg's mind yet? Is he going to marry you?
Oh, yes. He just hasn't admitted it yet. There seems to be something standing in his way.
You don't know what it is?
No.
I do.
Oh, really? What?
It's very simple. It's money.
Money?
Yes, money. He's rich and you're rich.
Not a sign of them anywhere. What do you want?
Oh, Captain, I didn't know. Heil.
Who are you?
I have a telegram for Herr Detweiler.
Hi, Mayor Detweiler.
You've delivered your telegram, now get out!
Georg, he's just a boy.
I'm an Austrian, I will not be hiled.
Georg, look at things the way I do. What's going to happen is going to happen. Just make sure they don't happen to you.
Max, I'm glad you hadn't any character, because if you did, I'm convinced I'd hate you.
You couldn't hate me. I'm too lovable.
Excuse me, Herr Detweiler. There's a call for you. It's
I'll
from...
take it.
Oh, Captain, you're home.
Straight line! Get cleaned up, get into uniform, and report back here. At once! Fraulein, where did you get these abominations? Out of a nightmare?
No, out of some curtains. The curtains that used to hang in my bedroom. There's plenty of wear left in them.
Just a moment. Do you mean to tell me that the people of the neighborhood have seen my children wearing old curtains?
Oh, yes. They become very popular. Everyone smiles at them.
I don't wonder.
They say, "There go Captain Von Trapp's children."
My children have always been a credit to my name.
But Captain, they weren't. They were little unhappy marching machines.
I don't care to hear from you about my
You
children.
must hear from someone. You're not home long enough to know them.
I said I don't care to hear from you about
I know you
my...
don't, but you've got to. Take Liesel. Liesel isn't a child anymore, and if you keep treating her like one, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. And Friedrich, he's afraid to be himself. He's shy, he's aloof. He needs your confidence. He needs you.
Don't tell me about my son.
Brigitte could tell you about him. She could tell you a lot more if you got to know her, because she notices things, and she always tells the truth, especially when you don't want to hear it. And Kurt is sensitive. He's easily hurt, and you brush him aside the way you do all of them. I haven't finished yet. Louisa just wants to have a good time, and you've just got to let her have a good time. And Marta, I don't know about yet, but someone's got to find out about her. And little Gretel just wants to be loved, Captain. Oh, love Gretel, Captain. Love all of them. They need you.
Stop it! You will pack your things and return to the Abbey at once.
I'm sorry I said those things.
After you've gone, there'll be... What's that? Who's singing?
Children.
My children singing.
I want them to sing their cross.
Georg, you must hear.
With the sound of music, my heart wants to sing every song it needs. My heart wants to be like the wings that rise above to the trees. My heart wants to fly like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze.
I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more.
Georg, you didn't tell me how charming your children were.
Children, I'd like you to show Frau Schrader the gardens.
Oh, yes. Show me the gardens. I'd love to see everything with you two. I don't know any of your names yet, but I promise you.
You were right. I don't know my own children.
They're waiting to know you. They want to so much. After I've gone.
No, I want you to stay.
If I can be of any help.
You have already been of help. You have brought music back into my home. I had forgotten. To laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over stones in its way.
To sing through the night like a
lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before.
congratulate you.
Thank you.
The captain was really moved.
Yes, I think he was pleased. He asked me to stay on with the children.
Oh, really?
Until September.
September.
And then I go back to the Abbey.
The Abbey.
I'm going to be a nun.
How wonderful. Well, when you get back to the Abbey, think of us.
I'll pray for you.
Now show me. No. That's right. We must do that for all of the guests. Come along, children. The party started.
Frau Schmidt, will you tie my bow?
Of course.
We've never had a party here like this before.
We used to have lots of parties. Oh yes, Friedrich and I used to watch them from the top of the stairs.
I remember the music.
Your father once hired a gypsy orchestra all the way from Budapest. Yes, I remember. They wore red coats. Come along, children, and mind your manners.
I remember beautiful ladies and everybody dancing.
I remember this one lady, the most beautiful of all. She used to be here all the time. Yes, Louisa.
Can we dance while the guests are dancing?
Of course, Brigitte. Remember what Fraulein Maria told us.
Yes.
You have German blood, haven't you?
I am not a German. I'm an Austrian.
There's going to be an Anschluss, and I warn you and everyone like you, and that even goes for our greatest...
It is more pleasant on the terrace. Elberfeld, it's very nice to have you and the Baroness here again.
Frau Schrader's charming, Georg.
I hope she's until.
Oh no, just a headache. I'm on my way up to get her.
Father. I don't think these people are having a very good time.
Half the people I invited aren't speaking to the other half.
Oh, well, Father, maybe they're having a good time not speaking to each other.
Sir, Frau Schrader asked me to let you know that she'll be joining us in just a few minutes.
Thank you. You might see whether she would like a glass of brandy.
Yes, sir.
Kurt, I haven't danced the Ludlow since I was a very little girl.
Oh, you remember it, show me.
No, I don't.
You said left hand behind the back.
Yes, that's right. But first, the boy and girl have to meet.
Yes.
Then they'll go for a stroll. Step hop, step hop.
Oh no, Kurt, that's wrong. Let me show you. Well, Kurt, that's the way it's done.
Your face is all red.
I guess I'm not very used to dancing.
Good evening.
Good evening, Frau Schrader.
I hope you're feeling better, Frau Schrader.
Thank you, Kurt.
Hello, Max. We're having a party.
Good. Tell your father it's sure to be a success. I'm here.
Max!
Elsa! You're by far the most beautiful corporation president in the world.
Oh, thank you, Max.
Max, you back. And just in time for dinner.
Did you think you could give a gal without me?
Oh, now we have an odd man.
A little odd, but charming.
Liesel, run and tell Frau Schmidt to set 2 more places at the table.
2 more places?
We'll need another woman.
Who? Lisa?
Oh no, she's much too young. I'll ask Maria.
You're not serious, are you?
But of course.
She's a nursemaid.
I don't think of her that way.
I mean, I don't mind, but you can't ask them to dine with Maria.
Well, why not?
Elsa, tell them why not.
Max, can you change in a hurry?
Yes, Max, we'll need you this evening.
Frau Schrader, they're talking about you out there.
Come along, Georg. I've been dodging these people for an hour now.
Brigitte, have you seen your father? I knew it all along. Frau Schrader didn't have a headache. She just wanted to get out of the park. She was faking.
Brigitte, you mustn't say things you don't know are true.
But I do know. I heard her say to father she'd been dodging these people.
That doesn't mean she didn't have a headache. It's very important children like Frau Schrader.
I like her all right. Why is it important?
Well, I think she's going to be your new mother.
Oh, Fraulein, father is never going to marry her. Why, he couldn't.
Why couldn't he?
Because he's in love with you.
Now, Brigitte, that's just the kind of thing.
You must know that.
No, Brigitte.
Remember the other night when we were all sitting on the floor singing that Edelweiss song he taught us? After we finished, you laughed at him for forgetting the words. But he didn't forget the words. He just stopped singing to look at you. And when he talks to you, the way his voice sounds.
No, Brigitte, no.
And the way you looked at him just now when you were dancing. You were in love with him.
One more dance, Gretel, and then to bed. Oh, Maria, you won't be having dinner with the children tonight. You'll be having dinner with us. Oh yes, it's all been arranged, but you'll have to hurry. You'll have to change. Oh, and Maria, wear the dress you wore the other night when we were all singing. It was lovely.
Shall I announce dinner, Captain?
Oh, no. The children will want to say goodnight.
Oh no, Elsa, not here.
Please, the way they did it for me, it was so sweet.
No, not in front of strangers.
Please, Georg, for me.
Presto, Chango!
Max, you're just in time. Children, now.
There's a sad sort of clanging from the clock in the hall, and the bells in the steeple too. And up in the nursery an absurd little bird is popping out to say cuckoo. Regretfully they tell us, but firmly they compel us to say goodbye to you. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night.
I hate to go and leave this pretty sight.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Adieu, adieu, to ya and ya and ya.
So long, farewell, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.
I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne.
No.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
I leave and heave a sigh and say goodbye, goodbye.
is served.
Elsa, they're extraordinary!
Fraulein Maria taught them to do it.
To think, I've been looking all over Austria for something like this, and I find it here.
Max, wait a minute.
7 singing children in one family will be the talk of the festival.
But Georg didn't even want them to sing tonight. I had to convince him.
Ah, then you have influence. Elsa, you must convince him.
Max.
Elsa, it's for Austria. And besides, it wouldn't do me any harm.
She hasn't spoken. She doesn't speak except in prayer. I shall see her. Maria. This must have been a trying experience for you.
It was, Reverend Mother.
Has it taught you anything?
That I never want to leave these walls again.
Why did they send you back to us?
They didn't send me back. I left. I left without telling them. Without even saying goodbye.
What happened? Why did you do this?
I was frightened.
Frightened?
I was confused. I never felt that way before. And I knew that here I'd be away from it, that here I'd be safe.
Our abbey is not to be used as a place to escape. What is it you can't face?
I can't face him again.
Thank you, Sister Margareta. Maria, are you in love with Captain Von Trapp?
I don't know.
Tell me about it, my child.
Brigida said that I was, and that her father was in love with me, and then there he was, and we were both looking at each other, and then I couldn't breathe, and that's when I knew I couldn't stay. I don't know. I do know now at this very moment I'm ready to take the vows of poverty, obedience, and chastity.
Maria, the love of a man and a woman is holy too. The first time we talked together, you told me you remember your parents before they died. Do you remember? Were they happy?
Yes, they were very happy.
Maria, you were born of their happiness, of their love. And my child, you have a great capacity to love. What you have to find out is, how does God want you to spend your love?
But I've pledged my life to God's service. I've pledged my life to God.
If you love this man, it doesn't mean you love God less. You must find out. You must go back.
Oh, don't send me back. Please, this is what I want.
These walls weren't made to shut out problems. You have to face them. You have to find the life you were born to live.
How do I find it?
Look for it.
sing seriously. Please all give us a key.
Do, mi, sol, do.
That's nice. Very nice. Except it's no good. Now, imagine that you're standing on a stage of a big concert hall.
What concert hall, Uncle Max?
Any concert hall. Maybe the Carlsberg Concert Hall. But a concert hall full of people. Now, let's try once more.
Do, mi, sol, do.
Gretel, why don't you sing loud?
I've got a sore finger.
Now, you can sing loud for Uncle Max. The night of the party you sang so beautifully and with such spirit. Now, let's try one more time. The darlings, they wanted to sing for me, but they just don't sing as well as they used to.
We need Fraulein Maria.
We do not need Fraulein Maria. You can sing just as well with me.
But I've had experience with choirs, glee clubs, quartets.
Max, please. Now, what would you like to sing?
Fraulein Maria always.
We are not to mention Fraulein Maria.
Come on, I feel like a brisk walk.
That's just what I need.
Now, what would you like to sing?
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
With songs they have sung for 1,000 years.
No, not that one. Louisa, did you play any of your tricks on Fraulein Maria?
Only the ones she liked and laughed at.
You didn't put toads in her bed?
No, Father.
Well, something must have happened for her to walk out on us like that without even saying goodbye.
Isn't Fraulein Maria coming back?
No, darling, I don't think so.
But she was the best governess we ever had.
You're not going to have a governess anymore.
Oh, good. I'm not so sure that's good.
You're going to have a new mother.
A new mother?
Frau Schrader?
Yes, it was all arranged last evening. I'm very happy. Well, I think it's time for your afternoon walk.
When Maria was feeling bad, she used to sing that song, remember?
Yes. All right, let's try.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Why don't I feel better?
Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white rings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I will feel so
I must find your father right away. I'll go find him. I'll go with you. How is your sword finger? You remembered! Liesel, are you alright?
Yes, Fraulein, I'm all right.
Many telegrams lately?
I'll be glad to be going back to boarding school soon.
Liesel, you can't use boarding school to escape your problems. You have to face them. We have so much to tell you.
We have so much to tell you, too.
You must have a great deal to tell me.
I guess the most important thing is that Father is going to be married.
Married?
To Frau Schrader.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes. He just told us. He told us himself. We found him.
Liesel.
Louisa, Brigitte, boys. Maria will be in the nursery.
You've come back.
Yes, Captain.
Why did you leave us without even saying goodbye?
Please don't ask me. Anyway, the reason no longer exists.
Then you're back to stay?
Only until you can find a new governess.
Oh no. The children have missed you very much. Everybody's missed you very much. Nothing was the same while you were away. Everything was wrong.
But
We'll talk about it later. Why don't you go on up to see the children now? Maria, a new dress?
We have a new postulant. We'll just have to find Georg and we'll ask him.
I'll take your word for it, Elsa.
Darling, how far down the mountain does your property go?
You see that stone wall down there? That's the property line.
See, I told you.
I didn't argue about it.
I know. It makes me furious. I hate to win without a fight.
Excuse me, Herr Detweiler. While you were away, you had a long-distance call from Berlin.
Who could be calling me from Berlin?
They said you know who it was.
Oh! Thank you, Franz. Okay, what were we just talking about?
Max, this isn't the first call you've received from Berlin.
You know I don't have any political convictions. Can I help it if others have?
Let's not stir that up again. The Germans have promised not to invade Austria, and Max knows that.
Then why does he bother to keep taking those telephone calls?
Because if they don't keep their promise, I want to have some friends among them.
Naturally.
Oh, so you agree too?
Georg, this is the way I see things. There was a man who was dying. They were giving him the last rites. They asked him, "Do you renounce the devil and all his works?" And the man said, "I prefer not to make any enemies at the moment."
Georg, if they should invade, would you defy them?
Yes.
Do you realize what might happen to you? To your property?
To your children?
To everyone close to you. To Elsa. To me.
Well, what would you do?
What anyone with any sense would do. Sit tight and wait for this all to blow over.
And you think it will?
One thing's for sure. Nothing you can do will make any difference.
Come along, darling. Sit down. Take the world off your shoulders. Relax.
You can't save yourself by giving up, and you can't outwit a lion by putting your head into the lion's mouth.
I'll call them back.
You might as well talk to them now, Max.
Go. Go. Go.
Georg, I feel like I know what's going to happen here. Can't you see things my way?
No. Not if you're going to see things their way.
There's one thing that you do better here than we do in Vienna. Your sunsets. I'm going to miss them.
Captain. Oh, I beg your pardon.
Maria. Georg, you didn't tell me that Fräulein Maria was back. I'm delighted.
Thank you. Captain, the children were wondering if they could take a holiday from their lessons tomorrow to go on a picnic.
Yes, I don't mind.
I'd make them very happy. And may I be permitted to wish you happiness as well, Frost Raider, Captain. The children have told me you're going to be married.
I'm afraid that the children were wrong. I should pack my things if I'm to get back to Vienna.
If you feel you must, I'll tell Franz to have the car ready for you.
I can do that. Auf Wiedersehen, Georg. Goodbye, Maria.
I'm sorry if I said something I shouldn't have said.
You did say the wrong thing, but you said it at the right time.
The children told me you were going to marry Frost Raider.
We found we just couldn't go the same way. That door is shut.
Sister Margareta always says, when God shuts a door,
I know. He opens a window. Maria, why did you run away to the Abbey? What made you come back?
The Mother Abbess. She said you have to look for your life.
And often when you find it, you don't recognize it.
No?
Not at first, but then, one day, one night, it stands before you.
Yes?
I look at you now and I realize this is not something that has just happened. I've known it deep inside me for many weeks, and you have too. What was it that told you?
Brigida, that one night when we were dancing.
She was quite right. Your whole life will be different now. I'll take you anywhere you want to go, give you anything you wish.
But I don't want to go anywhere. All you wish for is right here. An ordinary couple is all we'll ever be. For all I want of living is to keep you close to me, to laugh and weep together while time goes on its flight, to kiss you every morning and to kiss you every night. We'll meet our daily problems and trust when day is done. Our arms around each other in the fading sun. An ordinary couple across the years will ride. Our arms around each other and our children by our side. Our arms around each other.
You know, those two ought to get together sometime.
Who?
The Mother Abbess and Brigida.
An ordinary couple is all we'll ever be. For all I want of living is to keep you close to me, to laugh and weep together as time goes on its flight, to kiss you every morning and to kiss you every night.
We'll meet our daily problems and rest when day is done. Our arms around each other in the fading sun. An ordinary couple across the years will ride. Our arms around each other and our children by our side. Our arms around each other.
Maria, is there anyone I should go to ask permission to marry you?
Why don't we ask the children?
see here? Carlsberg Festival, 1938. The Von Trapp Family Singers. And here are all your names. Liesel, Friedrich, Luisa, Kurt, Brigitte, Marta, and Gretel.
Why am I always last?
Because you're the youngest.
Now, Liesel, I'm depending on you. Day after tomorrow, you must get the children
Here,
ready at 11
Detweiler,
o'clock.
can you help me, please? The Gauleiter's here, and he wants to know why we're not flying the new flag.
Kyle,
I tried to explain.
keep quiet! When is Captain Von Trapp returning?
Who knows? When a man is on his honeymoon.
This is no time for joking. It's been 4 days since the onslaught, and this is the only house in the province that is not flying the flag of the Third Reich.
You mean the flag with the black spider on it?
Do you permit such remarks in this house? Who are you?
I am Maximilian Detweiler, First Secretary of the Ministry of Education and Culture.
That was in the old regime.
In the old regime, I was the third secretary. Now I'm the first secretary.
Good. Then you will order them to fly the flag.
Captain would. I can take my orders only from Captain Von Trapp.
You will take your orders from us, and so will Captain Von Trapp. Hi.
I'll.
Why was he so cross?
Everybody's cross these days.
Is Father going to be in trouble?
He doesn't have to be. The thing to do today is to get along with everyone. Now, Lisa, get everyone ready and get them on the bus at 11 o'clock.
Uncle Max, are you sure this is going to be all right with Father?
He'll be pleased and proud.
Liesel, do you think so?
Brigitte, don't you trust me?
No.
Well, anyway, get everyone on the bus at 11 o'clock.
Frau Liesel, see what I have here.
Those are Father's bags.
Yes, the hat.
Not so, not so much to tell us. Let's not worry about going
Max!
Georg! We didn't expect you back till next week.
Max, I'm glad you're here. There's much I want to know.
Children, we missed you so much.
What did you miss most?
We missed all the noise you make in the morning.
We missed all the noise you make in the morning telling each other to be quiet. But we missed climbing upstairs at night to tuck you in.
We missed hearing you sing.
You came back just in time to hear us sing. Look, Father, we're going to be singing the Carlsberg Festival Friday night.
Let me see this. Max, are you responsible for this?
I was just waiting to talk to you about that, Georg.
You can't talk your way out of this one, Max.
Presents!
Now, Georg, I had to make a last-minute decision. I was lucky to get them into the festival at all. They'll be the top of the festival. 7 children in one family.
Not my family.
The committee heard them sing. They were enchanted.
Really? What did they say?
You've never heard such praise.
Gail, did you hear?
The Von Trapps do not sing in public.
But it makes people happy.
And for the festival, people come from all over the world.
It is out of the question.
Georg, it's for Austria.
There is no Austria.
But the onslaughts happened peacefully. Let's at least be grateful for that.
Grateful? Grateful to these swine?
Maria, I know how he feels. I admire him. But you must at least talk to him. He has to at least pretend to work with these people. He must compromise.
No, Max, no.
Maria, you must!
Max, I can't ask Georg to be less than what he is.
Then I'll have to talk to him. If the children don't sing at the festival, it will be a reflection on Austria. It won't do me any good.
Maria, I always knew that you loved us children, but now I know that you love Father.
Yes, I love him very much.
How do you know?
Because I don't think first of myself anymore. I think first of him. I know how to spend my love. A bell is no bell till you ring it. A song is no song till you sing it. And love in your heart wasn't put there to stay. Love isn't love till you give it away. When you're 16, going on 17, waiting for life to start, somebody kind who touches your mind will suddenly touch your heart. When that happens, after it happens, nothing is quite the same. Somehow you know you'll jump up and go if ever You belong with him. You may think this kind of adventure never may come to you. Darling, 16 going on 17. Wait a year or wait a year. Just wait a year or two.
There's a telegram for the captain.
Rolf, I'd like you to meet my mother. My new mother.
It's an honor to finally meet you.
I have a telegram for Captain Von Trapp.
You see her? Please, I'll take it to him.
I'm under orders to make sure the captain gets it.
I think you can trust me to give it to him.
I have my orders.
Silly, they're married.
Oh, Franz. This telegram is to be delivered into the hands of Captain Von Trapp. Heil.
Rolf!
Even Franz.
Yes, even Franz, even me, even everybody in Naumburg except for the great Captain Von Trapp. If he knows what's good for him, he'll come over to the right side.
Rolf, don't talk like that.
If he doesn't, he better get out of the country. There are things that happen today to a man like that. Cry all you want, but just remember what I told you before it's too late. And you remember too.
Please still don't cry.
How could he turn on father like that?
Maybe he wasn't threatening your father. Maybe he was warning him.
Liesel,
What is it, Georg?
I didn't think I'd be faced with a decision so soon. Berlin has offered me a commission in their navy.
Well, Georg?
I admit, it would be exciting to have a ship under me again, but what I mean to say is, it would be a comfort and relief to know that you and the children are safe. But it also means, please, Maria, help me.
Whatever you decide will be my decision too.
Thank you. I know now that I can't do it.
Well, of course not.
We'll have to get out of Austria right away.
You'll have to leave tonight. Now.
Not without my family. We can't just pick up and leave. They'll be watching us now. We'll have to plan. We'll have to have time.
Excuse me, Captain. There's an Admiral von Schreiber of the Navy of the Third Reich here to see you.
Thank you, Franz. They didn't give us time.
We'll have to make time.
I will see him in, but we must be careful.
What's happening? Stormtroopers? That's what I was afraid of, Maria.
You stay here. Lisa, let's get the children.
This way, Admiral. We can talk in here. Admiral von Schreiber, Herr Detweiler, Max, I believe you know Herr Zeller. Gentlemen, would you care to sit down?
We are here on business.
Captain Von Trapp, a telegram was sent to you 3 days ago.
Yes, I have only just received it. I've been away. I've only been home for half an hour.
Captain Von Trapp has just returned from his honeymoon, sir.
Congratulations, Captain.
Thank you, sir.
Your record in the war is very well remembered by us, Captain.
It's good to hear you say that, sir.
Let's get to the point.
If you don't mind, in our Navy, we hold you in very high regard. That's the reason I'm here. Having had no answer to a telegram the High Command has sent me in person.
That's very flattering, sir, but I haven't had time to consider.
I'm here to present you with your commission.
I'm very conscious of the honor, sir, but
And your orders are to report immediately to the naval base at Bremerhaven.
Immediately? Oh, I'm afraid that'd be impossible for you, Georg.
Admiral, my wife, the Baroness von Trapp.
Madam.
What I mean is, it'd be impossible. We're all singing the Kalksburg Festival this Friday night. See here in the program.
It's been arranged by the Ministry of Education and Culture.
Friday night? This is Wednesday. That's only a matter of 2 days. It might be possible. You could report to Bremerhaven by Monday.
Admiral!
Is there a telephone I could use?
This way, Admiral. And if there are any other concerns, perhaps adding the weight of my voice.
It gives here only the names of the children.
It says the Von Trapp family singers. I am the head of the Von Trapp family.
It's hard to believe. You, Captain Von Trapp, singing in a concert.
Believe what you wish, Herr Zeller.
It doesn't say here what you're going to sing. What are you going to sing, Captain?
It is your pleasure to come here to set the concert.
I'd like to hear you sing now. Sing what you're going to sing in concert. Sing!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Lisa, will you give us a do?
Do, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run.
Just a moment. I have an announcement that concerns you. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems our festival concert has reached its conclusion. Except, of course, we don't know what that conclusion is going to be. And as our judges are putting their heads together, I think there should be an encore. It seems that this will be the last time the Von Trapp family will have to sing together for a long, long time. I've just been informed that Captain Von Trapp leaves immediately after this concert to join the naval forces of the Third Reich. The Guard of Honor has just arrived to escort him. immediately after the concert to the naval base at Bremerhaven. And now, once again, the family bond track.
There's a sad sort of clanging from the clock in the hall, and the bells in the steeple too. And up in the nursery, an absurd little bird is popping out to say cuckoo. Cuckoo.
Regretfully they tell us, but firmly they compel us to say good night to you.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night.
We hate to go and leave this crazy sight.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Adieu, adieu, to you and you and you.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. We flit, we float, we fleet, flee, flee, we fly. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
The sun has gone to bed and so must I.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have here the decision of our distinguished judges. We will start with our third award. For this honor, the judges have chosen the trio of the Sägerbund of Herwegen. For our second award, the judges have chosen Fräulein Schweiger, first soloist in St. Agatha's Choir in Murbach. And for our final award, the highest musical honor in the Osmark goes to the Family Bond Track. The Family Bond Track. Play something.
There are only 5 more rooms to search. It shouldn't be long now.
How many of them are there?
I counted 8 stormtroopers and their officer.
Sister Margareta, we didn't know we'd put the Abbey in this much danger.
It's outrageous. The church has always been sanctuary.
Not with these people. This is the 3rd time they've searched the Abbey. And that is why we put you out here in the garden. They always check the inside, never the outside.
Isn't this God's house?
Yes, darling.
Now we all must be very, very quiet. We'll let you know when they have gone.
After they've gone, can we go home?
No, I'm afraid we have a long drive ahead of us.
Lisa, let's try to stay close.
Lieutenant? There's no one out here.
All right, come along.
Thank God.
They've gone.
Reverend Mother, we're sorry we put the Abbey in such danger.
Reverend Mother, we can never thank you.
As soon as it's safe, we'll start. We hid our car deep in the woods.
The car will do you no good. They've left a guard on the road in front of the gate.
I've been listening to the wireless. All the roads have been blocked and the border's been closed.
I've always thought of these mountains as my friends, standing there protecting us. But now it seems they are my enemy.
Never your enemies. Haven't you read, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help.
Georg, I know that mountain as well as I know this garden, and so do you. And once we're over it, we're in Switzerland.
But the children,
We can help them.
Father, we can do it without help. You'll have help. For ye shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing.
All the love you can hear.
follow soul.
I love to follow soul. A drink with jam and bread. A drink with jam and bread.
A drink with jam and bread.
A drink with jam and bread. Jam and bread. With jam and bread.
Tea with jam and bread.
Tea with jam and bread.
Jam and bread. Tea with jam, jam and bread. Jam and bread. Tea with jam, jam and bread.
With
ABC.
with do,
re, mi.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Ti, re,